What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another already eclipsed standard content, and today we're going to be taking a look at another one of the decks from the Pro Tour, although this one actually did have the best constructed win rate across the decks that, a lot of people played. I believe there were, I think it was 15 people that played this deck, or at least there were 15 people on the team. I don't remember if they all played this deck. It was Team Boulder, if you remember from the Pro Tour, and this is Spellmentals. Now, for people who have not seen this deck list before, we're going to go over it. So what this deck is doing is it's basically utilizing this brand new card called Sunderflock. And for my money, this actually might be one of, if not the most powerful cards in the entire standard format. It just provides it just does everything. It's a 9 mana 5/5, which sounds like a lot, but it costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest mana value among elementals you control, and then when it enters, if you cast it, you bounce every non-elemental creature to its owner's hand. Now, normally you'll see Sunderflock in some of the other elementals style strategies with all the evoke elementals and ashlings and flamebraiders to kind of cast them ahead of schedule. This deck isn't quite doing the same thing. It's sort of building upon the core of the blue-red like Tolarian Terror Eddie Crab decks that you may have seen in the past, where just playing a bunch of cheap spells, 4 sleight of hand and 4 opt, so 8 cantrips, bunch of cheap interaction, 4 copies of Spell Snare, which, by the way, Pro Tour deck lists, they only played 3 copies of this card. My experience with this deck is that almost every single matchup that I play, I kind of want to draw Spell Snare, and I want to draw multiples of them basically every single game. So that's why I chose to play the 4th copy of Spell Snare here, and I actually had a very, very good showing with this deck. I actually won my RCQ over the weekend with this exact 75. And we're going to be looking at the arena qualifier play-in. That's the event that I played this in. And then other than that, you have some more cheap interaction here with Bounce Off and Into the Flood Maw. We're choosing to go with a couple more Bounce Offs over more Flood Maws because Bounce Off can actually return your own creature to your owner's hand. So if for some reason if you Sunderflock them and they rebuild through the first Sunderflock, well, you can kind of just do it again. And you can also save your Eddie Crabs and Hearth Elementals from their removal spells with your Bounce Offs. So a bunch of cheap cantrips, a bunch of cheap interaction, couple of ways to filter on 2 with Abandoned Attachments being able to loot and draw 2. Glacial Dragon Hunt can draw, then discard a spell to deal 3 to target creature. And then the reason we're playing so many cheap spells is that both Hearth Elemental and Eddie Crab are high mana value elementals, which, I don't know if you know this is an elemental crab. So high mana value elementals that cost less for each spell in your graveyard. So you kind of have this whole core where you play a bunch of cheap spells, you then have a giant discounted elemental, which then also discounts your Sunderflock. Just kind of all works in this perfect harmony. 4 Winter Night Stories as well. I know that some people prefer Stock Up to Winter Night Stories, and I get it. I think Stock Up is a lot better, especially in the post-board games when you're playing more against Graveyard Hate and you're trying to play maybe a bit longer of a game and you're playing against more interaction. But Winter Night Stories is, I think, a lot better in game 1 situations where most of the time you're just trying to race and get to a big elemental as fast as humanly possible, and Stories allowing you to discard 2 spells lets you do that a lot faster. And then kind of rounding out the interaction, we have a Broadside Barrage. Mana base, nothing too crazy, 6 islands, bunch of dual lands, couple of passages. And then the sideboard is where I differ a little bit from the Pro Tour deck lists. I actually prefer Quantum Riddler to the Hydro-Man that they played. Hydro-Man is kind of interesting. It's a 2 mana 2/2 that transforms into a land on their turn. It dodges sorcery speed removal, good against wraths, things like that. But I just prefer the raw power level of something like Quantum Riddler. Also, notably, Sunspine Lynx is an elemental, so keep that in mind. It does discount your Sunderflocks. But other than that, just some normal interaction, cards you would probably expect to be in sideboards, annuls, lanterns, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and take this one for a spin again. We're going to be taking a look at the arena qualifier plan, which, spoiler alert, I did pretty well in. And then also, like I said, I won my RCQ over the weekend with this deck. I am a big believer in it. I do think it's one of the best decks in the format, and I'm going to show you why today. So let's go ahead and get started. I will see you back here in just a little bit for the first match. Okay, this is acceptable. Okay. Not a blue-white land. That I'm okay with. I think I'm fine playing against the blue-black control decks because they don't have Rest in Peace. It looks like Excruciator, yeah. Looks like some Doomsday action. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal. Surely this one finds spells. So 1, 2, 3. Ugh. I think these two. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then next turn I'd still be able to do Abandon and Crab. Wait, hold on. If I discard 2 spells, can I double Crab? 1, 2, 3. Maybe that's just better. Just discard these 2, keep Abandon, next turn land double Crab. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's better. It's worse if I have, like, main deck Lantern or some shit, but I think this works out pretty well. Fountain Port. Okay, this looks like blue-black control. I can't really double Crab here, because then they just cast a Wrath, so I have to wait for them to... I have to wait for their turn, I think. Although now they get to use counter spells. Crab coming through. Big Crab coming through. Sure. This one. May I have this one? Don't really want a flock here. Don't really want that either. Ugh. Ugh. This is not looking good. I think I have to pass here. I need to set up a turn where I can go Hearth Elemental and Flock in the same turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we played the Landfall deck for the first 3 attempts today, and did not go that well, so we're switching it up a little bit. Trying something different. Okay. Well, they milled a Deadly Cover-Up. Surely that means they don't have another one in hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Guess this. Which they definitely won't counter. Still. It's not going great. It's not going great. There's no reason to discard. 6 to flashback. And I guess we're gonna start casting 9 mana 5/5s. Yeah. Getting pretty close to conceding this one. Pretty close. Doo-doo-doo. These fish are coming for me. They're coming for me. Ooh, cantrip. Huge. Huge. 2 mana for a 5/5. I wonder if they have a counterspell. Interesting. No, I played mono green. If you want to see the list, it's on the Mox field. I like the deck, but we just ran into some unfortunate pairings. I mulliganed to 5 a bunch, too. Just RNG was not there. RNG has not been with us at all today. It's been kind of a rough day so far. Well, you think they're going to find a counterspell in the top 9 cards of their deck? I would say unlikely. I would say pretty unlikely. Go. Okay, surely this one resolves, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 I don't know, man. As soon as I get to 9 mana, they are in trouble. Whoa, 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 whoa. Spell has resolved. I repeat, spell has resolved. That's true. I did say blue-white control, not blue-black. Alert the press. We have resolved a spell. 2 spells, even. Yeah, cast your wrath. I know. Cast your wrath. I know how this works. I'm well aware. I'm going to cast wrath. They're going to counterspell my bounce off. I'm going to be sad. Oh, there's also a Hearth Elemental in my graveyard. So they can just exile the Hearth Elemental from the graveyard. Or, I don't know, just kill the Hearth Elemental. Yeah, sure. You got it, buddy. I have no response. Would they take? Sunderflock. I ain't got much to say. I guess I'm gonna kick a Burst Lightning. I guess we're kicking a Burst Lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Upstairs, buddy. Fucking taste it. And here's my 5/5. What up? What up? Your turn. I think we got him on the ropes. I think we're very, very close to winning this game. Extremely close to winning this game. I would almost go as far as to say as they're just dead on board. I don't know, I'll just fucking do this. There you go, taste it. Bzz. Bzz. I would never lie to you. Why do you think that the things that are saying are not true? I would never, ever lie to you. Instead of going under again. Maybe I should bring in Anal. Do you need Spell Snare against this? They have a lot of 2-mana kill spells. Also, I think Spell Snare is very important because it counters Consult the Star Charts, which is frequently cast for 4 mana. So being able to Spell Snare a 4-mana card is very, very important. I think you got to keep the Spell Snares. I do have to play one of these cards, though. I don't really want to play... I don't want to play any of these cards, but I have to play one of them. That's how the game works. So I guess the least embarrassing one is a null, maybe? Like a null or flood? See, the thing is they might have lanterns, but this deck just doesn't care about lantern. The thing about Soul Guide Lantern is they kind of have to pop it early. Wait, why am I playing Get Out? Get Out doesn't do anything, right? They don't play enchantments. I guess I can save 2 of my things against the Wrath, but that seems kind of bad. I could just play 2 Burst Lightnings, maybe. Double bounce versus a wipe. Yeah, maybe. It could be good. And they could also have, like, Unagi or Wan Shi Tong or something. Brother, if I'm going to tell you right now, if I get Leyline of the Voided, the stream is ending. I'm just telling you that right now. I will not continue if I get Leyline of the Voided against blue-black control. Four lands is kind of a lot. I'm going to ship this. 4 lands is kind of a lot. I guess I'm going to keep this on 6, though. It's not great. Dude, today has been fucking brutal, man. Yeah, I guess this one's only 3 lands, but that's good. Well, good thing I have all these fucking bounce spells to discard. I don't need those. Surely I find a land off of this, right? Okay. I didn't need 2, but... I'm going to keep both Spell Snares. It's possible keeping both is a bit much, but... it's good against their first 2 consults. What you got, buddy? Snare is a little bit worse against them because their main counterspell is 3 steps, which you can't fight over with Snare. Yeah, this worked out well. Hold. 1 threat at a time. If they bitter, I will Snare. I shot the sheriff. Did they have a game 1 negate? What did they negate game 1? I don't remember. Oh, the burst lightning. Yeah. Yeah, 3 steps is a mana value of 1. No matter how many times they pay the spree cost, it always has a mana value of 1. It's always the top right with the spree cards. What's up, Jekyll? I would say it's not going fantastic today. That's maybe perhaps an understatement. It's not going amazingly, swimmingly, as it were. Get flocked. Get absolutely flocked. I think this is more important than dealing them 4 damage. I could be wrong, but... Your turn! I mean, they only have 3 cards in hand. It could be worse, right? Could be worse. Okay, they now have 5 cards in hand. They had 3 in hand. Our hand's pretty threat dense, though, so... I don't know, it could be... We could still do this. They have 3 in hand. 3 in hand, and they've used 1 Bitter Triumph. You get 1 free turn against them. What do you resolve? It's got to be Ral, right? No, best of 3 is 4 wins needed. This is the first match of my 4th run. So, the first 3 runs I bricked. Yeah, I agree. I think it's got to be Ral, too. Do this first. I'm actually going to take the Snare here, because Snare counters Bitter Triumph. That Snare was a huge pickup. Wow, that Snare was insane. Actually insane. -1 loyalty. Yeah, I don't know. If I sleight of hand into something, maybe there's a chance I would take a different card. Unlikely, but maybe. No, I know. I'm just saying that, like, depending on what I snare into, maybe I make a different play. Like, I think if I hit a cheap elemental, I might, instead of playing Ral, just go elemental plus flock. So. That's fine. They're gonna take Hearth Elemental, I would assume. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah. But now we get to resolve the Sunspine, too. This kind of worked out fine for us. I don't know if Nassif played the end. I don't know the answer to that question. We going down here? They have 2 in hand, no manland. I think I am going down.
There's evidence here somewhere.
Discard 2 cards. 1, 2. Let me go Lynx DD. Hello. Ow. That hurt. That really hurt.
I've calculated exactly what I need.
They got 2 in hand. I think it's like land plus sleight of hand. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's land, sleight of hand. And then we just play this and hold up crab / counterspell. They have 2 in hand. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. If they pass, I'm probably not even going to cast the crab because they know about the snare. So, like, if they find a Bitter Triumph, they're trying to get me to tap out. So I probably just won't even cast the crab if they pass here. I just want to try and play it super safe. Yeah, I'm not casting crab. I will instead go to combat. Cinco. Oh shit, we can also detect to pick up the Sunspine links at some point. We gotta keep that in mind. I'm chilling, man. I don't have to do anything. They're the ones that have to play into my counter magic. Yeah, they have 5 non-basics. Deadly Cover Up. I would like to respond. To detect pickup Sunspine links. Ooh, baby. That is what we call a combo. That's a combo right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. The control matchup feels better when we cut our 10 bricks from our main deck and board in a bunch of extra threats and counter magic. Weird. I mean, that was pretty obvious this matchup was going to get better after board, right? It's good against Cub and Cutters, so it's probably good enough. 2 lands, couple of cantrips, couple of threats. Could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. I want to keep that, but I don't think I should. Ugh. Okay, good. Whew. I got scared there for a second. I got really scared there for a second. Opt. If I tap out for that, do you think they're going to counter it? They definitely would counter it, right? And I don't think I can... This is really tough. I'm going to keep it. That one's really close, but I'm going to keep it. It's not the end of the world if this gets countered, because then we have enough to play Crab next turn, so I think it's fine. Wow. Well, I know what I'm discarding. Oh, wait, I still have to discard the hand size. Shit. Wait, that's a threat. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I guess Floodmaw can go? Then we can play Double Crab if we can find an untap land. Okay, there's the untap land. I could also just go tap land single crab with snare up. I don't want to do anything main phase. This is close. Very close. I'm gonna play a tap land. If they win the fight over the crab, it's not a big deal. Oh shit. Okay, that's bad. They're not supposed to have this many creatures. This is very unfortunate. They are not supposed to have this many creatures. Chad, I don't like this. Now they can Glenolendra my snare. Okay, that worked. Hold. I'm going to fight over it. I think this is going to work out pretty well for me if they Glenolendra here. Because then I can resolve Crab Flock. It's a tricky spot. I mean, Crab Flock is obviously disastrous if they have Deadly Cover-Up, but I think I'm just not going to play around that at this point. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yo, plus 1 card. Huge 1 card. And got some fun. Alright, don't Deadly Cover Up me, please. Don't do it! You can cast anything in your deck that's not Deadly Cover-Up. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine by me. I'll tell you. Now here's the question. Do you get really greedy and cast the other Sunderflock? Because they clearly don't have it in their hand, right? They obviously would have cast it if they had it. I'm at 15. I feel like I don't have to. But also, if they Wrath, my Flock isn't very good anyways. Right? It's probably countered, but yes. Well, the thing is, like, if I don't cast it and they Wrath me, let's say they top deck the Wrath, my Sunderflock doesn't do anything. Like, I have a 9-drop in my hand that I can't cast, so I might as well just cast it. And also, if it resolves, it lets me cast Stories here, which is nice. I just don't think the Ral does that much, you know? I mostly just want to cast this Stories. I'm going to play a land first, actually. I really want to cast this Stories. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, they have to shine us for the Ral anyways. Do I like Stories better than Stock Up? I do, because it lets you sort of turbocharge things a little bit. Like when you have Stories, you get to discard 2 spells. So it sort of makes your deck like a turn faster in some spots. So I like Stories over Stock Up. I would say that Stock Up is better against the control decks. Just it's like, it can, it's actual card advantage more often than Winter Night Stories is. But I think in a Game 1 situation, I'd much rather have Winter Night because it makes your deck a little bit faster. Okay, well, we get to resolve Ral for whatever that's worth. That's actually, funnily enough, pretty good here. We're at 5.
Hey, see a guy in a blue hood around here?
I don't know if I should make an honor first. The Otter is not doing a ton for me here. I guess I could if I can get out their Tidebinder next turn. But if I make an Otter and they have Bitter Triumph, it's a lot worse for me. Yeah, I'm going to minus.
I thirst for information.
I have 3 mana left over.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Yeah. Go. It does suck if they kill the Ral now, but that was going to be the case even if they had Bitter Triumph. I will untap. I think I'm going to lead on this. Because this might bait the Tidebinder out, and then I can play the Get Out. And even if they fight over the Get Out, I can just bounce the Tidebinder. Oh my god, that worked out very well for me. Okay. Deal. That worked out really well for me.
Plans coming together.
Okay. Rounds on 4. And we have no crabs, right? It's a really good thing I kept that Get Out. Really happy I kept that one in. I guess I just Stories here and try to find Hearth Elemental. Just keep digging for Hearth Elemental, I think. Yeah, but I think I should Stories first is what I'm getting at. Okay, this Flock is just not even castable. I think I kind of still want to draw here, honestly. I kind of still want to draw. This is really, really close. I just don't know what is the Otter doing for me next turn? you know? I guess if they play Tishana's, then I can bounce off it, play a Riddler. Yeah, it's close. All right, I'm going to make an otter. It's really close, but I'm making an otter.
You get to be my protege today.
Well, I don't know if ultimate could be a thing when they have the Tishana's, you know? Okay, that's bad. And they still have Tishana's. Okay, so what if I lead... What if I try to bait the Tishana's with abandoned attachments? Check me out. This is the ultimate bait play. Okay, it kind of worked.
I've calculated exactly what I need.
Kind of worked. The problem is now they can have a 2-mana counter for the Riddler. I guess that's fine because I can bounce it off, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 mana. Do I want to plot or warp? I think I warp here. Okay, the spell snare is nice. Yeah, now... The Is It Man land? Oh, it's terrible, yeah. It's like 2 mana for a 2/1 that scries when you attack. 2/1 first strike, I think, that scries when you attack. It's just not playable. It's an elemental, so it can come up in the elementals deck, but... I think I'm going to make an otter here. Wait, how many cards in my grave? Just 1. Yeah. Given that I found the spell snare, I'm going to make an otter. I think I like that.
Together we can shift the current.
I got a little punished for playing my land first for what it's worth. Because I could have played the canal that turn, but... Go stories first.
Oh yeah.
I almost wonder if they have to, like, Tidebinder the prowess trigger. Guess not. Get rid of these 2. Cast this.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Maybe I'm supposed to keep the other opt. Well, now they're just dead, right? Because I go for the ultimate. I force the Tidebinder. Let them, yeah, do this. So that resolves. Then I can go counter the trigger. And then I can spell snare.
Back home, I'm called the
Storm count! Storm count! No! Let me storm! Ral kind of carried that game on his back, honestly. Ral soloed that game. It appears we have entered the control bracket. This could be lessons, though. Yeah, it is lessons. Sure, I guess. I don't know how relevant that is, but I guess I'll keep it. Song request in the queue. In the queue. I have no idea if this matchup is good for us. I mean, we have big dudes, so I would imagine big dudes is good, because their firebending lessons don't do a lot here. It's interesting. I think I'm going to keep it. Cool. They have 1 lesson in the grave. I'm trying to think of how I get punished if I just go abandon, discard, burst lightning, play Hearth Elemental. They just counter my Hearth Elemental. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. Alright, you can go. I'll chill for a turn. Yeah, Quench would kind of get me. I think I'm going to chill for a turn. They can quench this if they want. That's fine. It's the quenchiest. They're thinking about it. They are in the tank. Ooh, grab my ass. That is a 1 mana 4/5 creature. I'll pay the 2. I'd like to pay the 2 if you're asking. That you can have. Just want to cast that while they're tapped out of Quench. And they only have 2 lessons right now, so they can't hit either of these with Combustin. They can't bust my ass. Busting makes me feel good. That I'm okay with. Enter the combat phase. I will still pay for Quench. I'll pay the 2. I'm still gonna pay the 2. I could just cycle this. Nah, saving it in case they play a blocker is, like, I think better, but... Yo, this song rips. I don't know who requested this, but it was UG Twitch chat. How long do you think that's been in their hand? I'm gonna guess a couple of turns. I'm gonna say at least 2 turns. They can bust me now. They can come bust me. It's been bounced. Go flock yourself. Bro, stop bouncing my shit! Cease! I require you to cease. You should have bounced the crab. And let me replay it. Any burst lightnings? I see. Okay. I have no response. Not looting. I don't know if that's good or bad. But they are not looting. Well, so that means their last card has to be... Their last card has to be Ancestral, right? It's the only thing they wouldn't loot away. Well, the Monument isn't good enough here, because I'm going to cast these 2. I don't really care about Monument, do I? Like, they're kind of just dead if their last card's Monument. If they decided to keep the Monument, that is. I think Ancestral's the only thing that makes sense. So why don't I opt and try to find a Spell Snare? That almost works. I think I should... No, I guess playing the land's fine. Alright, your turn. Gas your Ancestral. I know. Yeah, I think if their last card was Monument, they would for sure discard it. Because what does Monument do here? They cast Monument, they're dead on board. Right? It has to be Ancestral. Or Combustion Technique. Technique would have been a card they would have kept there, too. See, they drew the Monument and then discarded it. Okay. Maybe they don't find combustion technique? Seems unlikely, but... Just don't find 2 of them, please. 2 would be very bad. Okay, that's fine. I think. I think that's fine. I mean, it could have been better, but it could have been worse. Wow. Oh, I just don't discard, right? We go decline, shock, cast this. Yeah. I guess I didn't necessarily need to shock, but I'd rather just hard cast it decked and not pick up the Hearth Elemental if I want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to be forced to pick this up. What if I let him have this? That's stupid, right? I'm gonna let them rummage first. They have 2 combustion techniques left. The reason I'm thinking about letting them have this is if they don't find it and they have to go talent, play land for turn, then play the combustion technique, they'd be tapped out. But if I counter this and they find a land, then it's worse for me. Because then they can just go land, activate talent, pick up technique, play technique. But I think I should counter this. It is close, though. It is close. I'm going to try to counter it. They only have 1 wisdom left. Okay, that's fine. Wait. They had a land? Why didn't they just pick up the combustion technique? What? Huh? What? What? Why did they leave themselves dead on board? Right? They tap the mana for the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate, play land, technique this, block here. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think I want Ral or Riddler in this matchup. Yeah, maybe they forgot they had Gran. Forgot about the discount. I don't think I want these alternative threats. But maybe I do, because they're going to board in lanterns. They probably will board in lanterns. I guess how many things do I have to cut? The bounce spells aren't fantastic. Burst Lightnings aren't great. Dragon Hunts aren't great. So I could see cutting any of these cards. I think that's good enough. Counter target creature or enchantment spell. So that hits Storm Chasers and Artists. Cut 8. Leave in a bounce off, probably. How's that look? What do you think? It does feel a little strange. Oh yeah, the Abrade for Monument. We can just do this then, right? How's that look? We don't have a single answer to Gran. But do I want to keep in Burst Lightning just for Gran? If I kept in Burst Lightning, it would probably be over, like, Get Out, Abandon Attachments. Yeah, it does kind of feel like maybe I want a couple of answers for Gran. Yeah, we'll do 2. We'll do 2 Burst Lightnings. I'll do 2 on the draw. Maybe Pyro. The thing about Pyroclasm is, against Gran, it is much worse on the draw. So I think on the play I could do Pyroclasm, but on the draw I think I'd rather have the Burst Lightning. Because you really want to be able to kill Gran on turn 1. Something for his punk ass. Opt. No. No. You ever just want to discard your hand on turn 2? Dude, I thought about it. It's really bad if they have a Soul Guide Lantern, but I thought very briefly about it. I would board in Pyroblast. I would too. You know, if I had Pyroblast, I would have boarded him in. Unfortunately, I don't have Pyroblast. That's okay. God, I do have to let them have that for a turn, which is unfortunate, but... So this is 1, 2, 3. So what, land Winter Night? I think land Winter Night makes sense. Because I have to, even if I discard a creature, I still have to discard the hand size. It's medium annoying.
Analyze, iterate.
I think my best draw here is just a cantrip. Yeah, I know the Hearth discounts the second Hearth, but... Ideally, I want to play 2 of them next turn. That's what I'm aiming for. Which is why I want to draw a cantrip, because then I can go cantrip, Hearth, Hearth, Lantern. But I can't do that now. So, do I want to... have 3 lessons? Yeah, see, this is really tricky. Do I want to just go double Hearth? Or do I want to go Hearth Lantern? It might just be better to go Hearth Lantern here. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's more important because that cuts them off of Combustion Technique. Well, I want to get the tap land into play so I can have an untapped land for next turn. I think it's pretty important to get the tap land into play. So I don't want to play the stories there, you know. Well, the thing is, as long as they don't find artist talent, the monument's not that scary. It's mostly fine. If I cast the Adventure on Hearth, it comes up a lot in top deck mode. But like turn 2, turn 3, you're almost never going to cast the Adventure half. It does come up from time to time, though.
A new world requires new strategy.
Well, I guess we hope they don't have Combustion Technique.
Another genius idea, Byron.
I guess this is not too bad as long as they don't find their Lantern. God, I still need one more spell in the graveyard, though.
Time to embrace the local culture.
Yeah, now we're dead. That was a really good turn for them. That was a really good turn for them. Interesting. Well, now we're here. I got bad news. My hand doesn't do anything. Got really bad news for you. I mean, casting the Adventure isn't even good. I don't have any spells. So even if I cast the Adventure and rip, like, 2 perfects, can't do anything. Surely this is good enough, right?
Hey, see a guy in a blue hood around here?
Surely that's good enough. Maybe this Ral plan against them is just not very good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I wanted something if they had Lantern, but
I thirst for information.
we are so dead. Just unbelievably dead. Let's go to game 3. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I'm going to do Pyro on the play. The question is, do I want to cut this Ral? Yeah, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think I want the Ral. I think this is good. Yeah, this is good. Let's try that. Game número 3. I'll play first. I mean, I'm keeping. I don't think it's time to flock them yet. No. I definitely don't want 2 of those. Ugh. Ugh. Go. This is bad. I just need to use my mana. I just need a card in the graveyard. Actually, I should have shocked there, just to make him think that I had a null. I don't know if they would have played around it, but... Okay, huge. Cantrip, cantrip. Fuck. So... How many would this be? This would be 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, boy. They have 1 spell in the grave? Surely it's gotta be Riddler here, right? Has to be Riddler. I'm gonna make him think I have something. That could be a -2. I'm willing to believe that could be a -2. But I want to make him think I have something. Well, that's bad. I don't like this. I believe I am in danger. Kind of wish I had taken the terror now, or the stupid crab. Combat. Is it ever second 4/5? I can't play 2 4/5s that turn. I wish I could play 2 4/5s. But I couldn't play 2 last turn, if that's what you're asking. If I found a counterspell, would I even want to counter this? I'm going to see what they do off Talent first. Or see what they do off Monument, I should say. Draw a card. Yeah, I'm going to do it now. I might fight over this if I find a counterspell. That doesn't really help, does it? Nope. Alright, kill me. Kill me. Damn, man. Tough. I tried. I tried my best. I tried so hard and got so far. It was not good enough, chap. 07. God, the runs today have not been good. I mean, get flocked, I guess. This was one win. I guess I'm going to opt and try to find Spell Snare. God, I get really punked if they have Quench, though. I don't think I can play around much here. I can't afford to. Well, I mean, that's just a replacement Hearth Elemental, right? I guess I'll keep that. Let it resolve with 4. Oh, for some reason, I always thought the 4 was the number of spells in Grave. No, you're right, though. You're right, it's only 4. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. For some reason, I thought the 4 was number of spells in Grave, but that's not the case. Oh. Well, they just have nothing, then? Okay. I mean, I can win if they have nothing. The fuck is in their hand? Alright. The technique was the third one, so now it's 5. I just assumed I was dead. Hold. Hold. Okay. Maybe their hand's all boomerangs. Yeah, what did they loot last turn? A land? I mean, maybe their hand was all lands last turn. They drew the boomerang this turn. I could beat that with Pyroclasm. Did they just not loot? They didn't loot off that one, did they? In your upkeep. Well... that's bad. They do have to find 2 well, no, they don't have to find 2 kill spells, because if they find 1 kill spell, my Pyroclasm can't kill the Otter token. So yeah, they just need to find 1 kill spell. Unless I can find a Sunderflock, maybe? Okay. Well, they didn't do anything yet. I guess I forced the issue with Pyroclasm. Just make them do something now. The other alternative is Stories and try to find Sunderflock. But if I Pyro and then Stories, I can't find Sunderflock. Yeah. I guess we'll go Stories first. Oh. They just have nothing. Well, I didn't expect that. Maybe they have Spell Snare? Well, they sure don't have Spell Snare. What the fuck? What was in their head? Maybe that is Tronlands guy. Well... I don't love this hand. I don't love this hand either, but... You know what? On the draw, I'm actually going to put back this. I'm going to keep double Dragon Hunt. It's better if you're playing a creature deck. He's still waiting to this day. This is main deck rest in peace. Uh-oh. I mean, that one's also not great for me, but it's not as bad. I don't know. I'm just not going to cast one of these. This matchup can't be good. That also doesn't help. That really does not help. My hand has not improved. In case you were wondering, my hand has not improved. Yellow Hat, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, Raiders. We are 2-0 in this run right now. Probably about to be 2-1, if I had to guess. This matchup can't be good for us. Maybe if their hand is just completely unplayable. That helps. It does help. Bro, fucking chill. Chill. Chill, 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 chill. I have one bounce spell for their High Noon. I don't even want this stories. Okay. Is it better to Dragon Hunt or Hearth Elemental? I'll be honest with you, I really don't think it matters. I do not think it matters what spell I cast this turn. Cast this. I don't think we're casting anything. I mean, I'm casting a spell, but it's not going to resolve. In some way or another, it's not going to resolve. Yeah, sure, man. Untap land. No. It's not good. Definitely not good. Alright, you win. I'm dead. It's further than I thought we'd get. Yeah, I know. I resolved a spell that game? No way. Holy shit, I resolved one spell. Intrusion is so weird against them. I don't think it's good, but... I think I need that stuff against them. Bounce off bad. I have to keep the Flood Maw because it's my only answer to their Rest in Peace. Like, oh, I'm a Spell Snare, I guess, but... I'm not even sure if these, like, these alternative threats are good, right? Yeah, Get Out's not bad because they have a lot of creatures. Like, these Sorcery Speed 4 and 5 mana threats against the Aven Interrupter Ang deck, they don't even seem like they're that good. I think my only hope in this matchup is counter their Rest in Peace with Spell Snare and hope to draw instants. Because I need to be able to play on their turn and my turn. I don't even like Pyro against them. It doesn't kill that much. Didn't expect to play against a lot of, like, the rhythm decks. I guess I'll keep this. Not super happy about it, but... No, this is a meta deck list. This was one of the better performing decks at the Pro Tour. Probably the best performing deck at the Pro Tour, actually. So it's not anything, like, super new, but... I've liked it a lot. I tried a lot of different versions of Elementals, and this is kind of the version that I felt the best with. Yeah, man, you got it. Kingslayer. Alright, don't rest in peace, mate. Don't you dare. Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm A-okay with that. That one I'm cool with. Also, missing a land drop is nice. Hold. Tapped. It's unfortunate that I don't have... It's unfortunate that I don't have another spell in my graveyard, because I want to be able to go Flock on my turn, Crab on theirs. But I can't do that. So maybe I'm supposed to just go Flock. I have to Flock now. Just in case they decided to wait on Get Lost. And then I can abandon on their turn. I think this is fine. I think they're going to Flood Pits. Maybe I should have... Maybe I was supposed to go to combat first. I mean, it's the same thing, right? I still would have played the Flock that turn. So it kind of still would have been the same outcome. Really? It's a little surprising. Discard this. It's really good for me that they have not found Spell Snare, or Rest in Peace. Because I was definitely dead if they found Rest in Peace. I guess I don't really have a lot of meaningful interaction here, like if they just have Avatar's Wrath. But we got Rest in Peace covered, that's good. Yeah, I'm not casting any spells. I don't need to now. Proceed to the combat phase. There's a world where we can fizzle their wrath. If they target the Flood Pits Drowner, but if I have mana open, I would assume they would never target the Drowner there, you know? There's almost no way they would ever do that. Alright, well, I guess we'll hope they don't draw Rest in Peace again. This hand fucking sucks. Okay, this is better. I don't love it, but it is better. It is definitely better. You know what? Maybe I was supposed to let them have that. And then Dragon Hunt it. The thing is, if I Dragon Hunt it, then I'm tapped out, so I still can't counter Rest in Peace. That's interesting. That could be bait for Rest in Peace. I'm going to take the bait, though. This thing's on 3. There's no reason to, right? No, there's no reason to. How do we beat Rest in Peace? The opponent simply does not draw it. That's how you beat Rest in Peace. Hope they don't draw it. Which, to be fair, in both of the post-board games so far, they have not drawn it, so... Okay, well now we're dead. Oh, they don't have it? They don't have it? So you're saying there's a chance. That I will allow. I'm still casting it. I felt so alive. Don't rest in peace, me. Okay, hold. That's good. What do you think their last card is? Wrong answers only. It's got to be some kind of counterspell, right? I don't know. This is kind of tricky. I'm going to opt first. Let's see where this takes me. It can take me anywhere. Birds of Paradise. That's a good answer. 7. What a beautiful wedding. Okay. This is kind of fine. Because I can just play the Abrade next turn. Just don't draw Rest in Peace this turn. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything is fine. I think. Okay, Hearth Elemental. Shit. Okay, I think I shouldn't have opted there. Because now, if they draw Rest in Peace, I kind of fuck myself. Like, I could have opted to try to look for a Spell Snare, but they won't draw Rest in Peace. No way they draw Rest in Peace. I'm actually gonna main phase this crab here so I can try to stories. Obviously, it's bad if they drew Interrupter, but that's fine. That is totally fine. I think. Wait, why does this... Oh, it gets discounted. That's how that works? I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. That's awesome. I didn't realize that's how that worked. You learn something new every day. You learn something new every day, chat. Alright. Get flocked. I guess they can just replay the Aang now, huh? Okay. Alright, maybe I wasn't supposed to play the flock there. Wait. It's the same thing. It's the same thing because it also gets discounted. Oh man, that was nice. I like the way that worked. I think that worked out pretty well for me. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I would like to go to combat. This is kind of weird. Because, like, them flipping the Aang is not ideal for me. I guess if they flip the Aang, I just take a hit and then flock it. So maybe it's fine. Do I want to bounce the Aang? I don't think I do. This is really weird. Alright, I don't know. You figure it out. You figure it out. How about that? Yeah, I think just play both of them is good. Go. And then if they Aang one of them, I can just crab. Just tap the Aang. I'm actually going to wait on the crab in case they draw Avatar's Wrath. Again, I could just take a hit. It's not a big deal. Okay. I don't know what the hell that game was. that was a weird-ass game. All right, 3-0. I told you this was the run. We just had to do one single run with the Spelementals deck. It's cutting it close if I go to the RCQ. It is cutting it a bit close, though. This is our final boss. Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to make it easy. I didn't expect them to make it easy on me. Oh, okay. That's an Air Nomad Legacy? I repeat, Air Nomad Legacy? Yeah, I mean, I could just play on mobile. I mean, you don't know what they're up to over there. You don't know what they're up to. Hearth Elemental. In before main deck, rest in peace. I mean, they win if they have main deck rest in peace. That one I'm okay with. They're gonna learn their lesson about the Hearth Elemental. I'll pay 0 mana for a 4/5. It's your turn. 0 mana 4/5 coming through. I'll even let him attack. I'm trying to get them to cast more spells so they can't counter my crabs, but... Ooh, alright, you get a Pixie. You have a Pixie. Sure, that's fine. There's no way they're gonna Ang my crab, are they? Please don't Ang this crab. Don't do it, opponent. Don't do it. You don't want to do this. You really, really don't want to do this. I did specifically say you don't want to do this. I did warn them, you know? I tried to tell them. I tried to tell them. I could just play on mobile in between rounds during the RCQ. I could do that. Doesn't feel like a final boss yet. We are 3-0, right? Just checking. All right. So they, I don't even know. I mean, I guess we could sideboard like we did the last time, or similar at least. Like Braid good, Riddler good, Barrage good. I think that was it, right? They don't seem like a good Klasm matchup. I mean, it kills Pixie, but Klasm's bad against Aang. I could bring in a Null if they have Legacy, because that means they have Rest in Peace and Legacy, and they also might still have High Noon, too. Yeah, Get Out, too. Bounce Off is not great. I don't remember what I cut the last time. Intrusion? Blood Maw. I don't remember what the last cut was. I think it was in an Abandon. But I kind of want the instant, though. Everything feels good, honestly. This is weird. I could cut one of these just in case Rest in Peace resolves, but maybe the Riddlers aren't good enough. Too slow at the draw. I'm going to cut one of these. I'm just not sure. And I could also see boarding in more answers to Rest in Peace on the draw. Like having the Annuls in wouldn't be terrible. I could see it. But Spell Snare seems phenomenal against them. Hand's good if they don't have Rest in Peace. Okay. I didn't think they were a Momo deck. They don't have Rest in Peace, right? There's no way they have Rest in Peace. Oh? Oh? So you're saying we're not dead? Yeah, you can have a 2-1. That's fine. That one I'll allow. So I guess they're more like Blue-White Ascension with like Momo, Pixie, that kind of stuff. I don't think I care about that. That's fine. I'm just gonna kill this now. so they can't, like, spell pierce me or something. This. Take... I believe we draw an elemental. I'm gonna take that. Obviously, taking this is bad if we don't draw an elemental, but... That sure didn't feel like a final boss, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. That really did not feel like a final boss. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. I will take the wins, you know. We'll take them.